Need to watch this play again. Is this rigged, or is this just weight room for Caitlin? So, oh, Amazon, you are useless. So, Caitlin comes in. Caitlin comes in. Oh, Amazon. Is that a flop or a shove? Is that a flop or a shove? That's a shove. That's a shove. Laughter, you can't do that. You can't do that. 0.00:41, you can't do that. Laughter. Shout out Chelsea Gray. That's a shove. That is a shove. But either way, Caitlin, what were you even trying to do there? Missed free throws. That's a choke from Caitlin. It's a choke from Kelsey. Aaliyah didn't choke in fairness. They choked the 20-point lead. That's a choke. That is a flat-out choke. 0.01:07. Kelsey Mitchell -8 in a 2-point loss. That's a choke. That is a choke. How did Kelsey Mitchell choke? Do you know who else had a free throw to ice the game in regulation? Kelsey Mitchell. In that scenario, the ball should have been in Kelsey Mitchell's hands. That should have been in Kelsey's hands. 0.01:29. That was a choke. That is a choke. Oh man. Like that could be a season-defining choke. Genuinely, that was a choke. Like that was a choke. Lexi Hall, you're the worst player in the league. I need that to be said. Christy Sides was on to something like Lexi Ho. I don't know what's going on. 0.02:00. I shout out Lexi as a human being, that S-tier human being, tire basketball player. Why is Caitlin on an island with Agent Wilson in the last possession of a game? You get Caitlin away from Agent in that scenario. But the team as usual just stands and stares at her. 0.02:22. That being said, Caitlin, you got to do better. Everyone's got to do better in there. But Caitlin, _ me. You missed 2 free throws to win this game in regulation. You choked twice. You choked twice. 0 assist in 3.5 30 minutes for Kane Clark. You choked twice. Oh my god. 0.02:47. At least Caitlin in the fourth quarter. This was nearly one of those Caitlin turnover games. This is nearly one of those Caitlin clutch takeover games. Sorry. Caitlin nearly. Why was she passing the ball there? Why did she pass the ball? And why is no one guarding Chelsea Gray? Oh, look. Look. That is a choke of epic proportions. 0.03:18. That one's going to honk out. Thank God it was regular season game number 31 and not in the playoffs, because _ me, man. Also, Stephanie White choked. Stephanie White choked by at least the Fever got a stop when Caitlin Clark was in the game late possession. The referees choked when they're up 2 points and a Wilson goes and very evidently offensive fouls Caitlin Clark, and they didn't overturn the call. 0.03:50. That is a choke. The only player on the Indiana Fever, I would say, didn't choke. Sophie Cunningham didn't choke because she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. Lexi, you forgot how to play basketball. You like Lexi Hall, there is no way. I don't care how bad Raven is. There is no way. 0.04:07. There is no way that Raven Johnson is worse at basketball than Mexi Hall. There is no way. There is no way. There's no way that Hannah Stock is worse than Lexi Hall. There's no way Ariel Powers is worse than Lexi Hall. There's no way Bree Hall is worse than Lexi Hall. There is no way Julie Tatar playing in the second year in France is worse than Lexi Hall. 0.04:31. There's no way anyone in this league is worse than Lexi Hall. Like KK _ herself to win the game. KK had it to win the game. Caitlin made a pass to KK behind the back. KK just had to go power dribble layup, and she got scared. She got scared to win the game. Every single player on the Fever choked in that game outside of Sophie Cunningham and Mobility. 0.04:55. So she wasn't on the floor, and in fairness, sorry, and Aaliyah Caitlin more so than anyone. More so than anyone. Caitlin Clark more so than anyone, she choked. That being said, yeah, I don't know really what else to say. This was one of those games where you choke twice. This is one of those chokes where it's look, Saturday is huge. Saturday is huge. 0.05:34. Saturday is huge. This could completely derail a season. This is that bad. At least you give Caitlin credit for trying. I guess maybe if there's any positive is that if Caitlin Clark just made a free throw in the fourth. All we're talking about is why Caitlin Clark's in the MVP conversation. She's struggling .06:09 shooters shoot. She's getting them back in this game. Even in OT, the layup, the behind-the-back pass when open Kelsey Mitchell, the defense, the pick 6 on Agent Wilson for the lead in the fourth. All of that. There are so many things that we could be talking about. If SHE didn't choke twice, not once, twice, she choked twice .06:36 like it's bad. And again, if KK just goes up strong, if Lexi remembers she's a basketball player, they win. They win. All of these scenarios like they did it twice. Shout out Chelsea Gray. Shout out Agent Wilson. A very special player with a very special whistle. 20. Like she at one stage had 10 points on 17 shots .07:05. She had 16 points on her next 8 shots. Got to the line a bit. Chelsea Gray did nothing the whole game except hit 2___ game tying and a game winner. Jackie Young was unbelievable for a 4-minute stretch and was garbage for 31 minutes. Joel Lloyd didn't do anything. The Aces were terrible. The Fever were worse .07:24. They had how do you choke a 20-point lead, then you choke free throws, then you choke a defensive possession, where, by the way, all Aaliyah Boston had to do was not bat the ball to the 3-point line. They __ up the inbound play. The inbound play was going to Breanna, was going to __ Dana Evans inside the 3, or not Dana Evans, whoever it was it Alyssa Smith inside the 3. All you had to do, Aaliyah, all you had to do is put your hand down, not bat the ball. Laughter, back out, hey to Jackie Young .07:56. To be fair, you batted it to Lexi Hull, who's not looking at the ball, who has no idea what is happening because sometimes she forgets she's a basketball player. Lexi Hull. I called her nil point for 0 points for a lot of games. She's averaging 1 point per game over her last 5. She's averaging 1 point per game .08:16, and none of this matters because Kaylin, you had it. All you had to do is not pull a Paige Bueckers. All you had to do is not pull a Paige Bueckers, and you pulled a Paige Bueckers. That's all you had to do is not pull a Paige, and you pulled a Paige.